Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well today. Today we are going to learn about poverty and development. So let's begin. Measuring poverty. Now, firstly, we need to understand what is poverty and how do we exactly measure poverty. So, how is poverty measured in India? The poverty line is the minimum income needed to buy basic necessities. In India, the government calculates it based on the cost of the minimum calories and other essential items. People earning below this line are considered poor. So there's a line, there's like a limit, and below that, if there are any people earning below that, then they are considered under the poverty line. So, what are the methods, different methods of measuring poverty? Income method. It measures poverty by looking at whether people's income is below the poverty line. Consumption method looks at how much people spend on food and other essentials. So, when it is low consumption, that means it is considered as poverty. Planning Commission and poverty estimates. Now, India's Planning Commission estimates poverty using surveys on income and consumption patterns. So, survey is a tool used to understand the pattern of, of consumption. Multidimensional poverty. Poverty is not just about income, it also includes lack of education, poor health, and lack of basic services like clean water and sanitation. So, people living in poverty, of course, they have a very less to minimum income, as well as they are away from education, they have poor health, diseases, unhygienic uh, areas, and lack of basic services as well, like as simple as clean water is not available. Now, what are the causes of poverty? First, unemployment. So, lack of job opportunities often leads to no regular income. Second, low levels of education. So, less education means fewer chances of getting good jobs. So, when in case some person is still, having a family income or whatever, but then going beyond, if the person does not work or is unemployed, low level of education, and this might eventually lead to poverty. Rapid population growth. More people means more pressure on resources like jobs, food, and housing. So, as the population is growing day by day, the consumption is also growing of all the resources. Inequality of wealth. A small section of people hold more of the wealth while many remain poor. Fifth, lack of land and resources. Many rural families do not own land or tools to earn a living. Poor health and malnutrition. Sick people can't work regularly and spend more on treatment. So that's how, whatever little amount they have, that is spent on treatments. Social factors like caste system, discrimination, and gender inequality also contribute to poverty. Now, you might be thinking how these factors are still affecting the society, but there are areas where still this systems, this discrimination and gender inequality are contributing to poverty. Now let's understand poverty in India. Some facts and statistics about poverty. So first, decline in poverty. According to NITI Aayog's 2023 report, multidimensional poverty in India fell from 24.8% in 2015-16 to 14.9 in 2019 to 2021. People lifted out of poverty between 2015-16 and 19 and 21. 135 million people in India moved out of multidimensional poverty. States with high poverty. Now, Bihar, Jharkhand, and Uttar Pradesh have some of the highest poverty levels in the country. Urban versus rural poverty. Poverty is higher in rural areas than in the urban areas because most of the urban areas there are developed structures, people, those who are well to do with jobs and houses and basic necessities, right? Global ranking. India has made fast progress in reducing poverty and now has fewer poor people compared to several other developing countries. Now let's understand the global perspective. Over 700 million people in the world live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $2.15 a day. Sub Saharan Africa has the highest poverty rates in the world, followed by parts of South Asia. UN Sustainable Development Goals SDG 1 aims to end poverty in all its form everywhere by 2030. Now, you must be aware about all the SDG goals which are working towards a better world. So, SDG 1 is currently focusing on an aim to end poverty. Many countries now use the multidimensional poverty index to measure poverty, which includes health, education, and living standards, and not just income. So now poverty is not just considered lack of income or minimum income, but it also includes where people don't have good health facilities, education, and certain basic standard of living. Let's understand a case study. So we are comparing two states here, Kerala versus Bihar. So Kerala has high literacy, they have better healthcare, and they have low poverty rate. So better literacy, better jobs, income coming in, healthcare is there, basic necessities are there, right? And in Bihar, low literacy, there's poor healthcare infrastructures and high poverty levels. So as low literacy is leading to unemployment, right? And then healthcare facilities are not, also not easily uh, good facilities available, and then it is leading to high poverty levels. Now, what are the government initiatives? Now you might be thinking that there might be some kind of initiatives, right, which are taken by government to maybe eradicate poverty or some kind of schemes. So the schemes to reduce poverty are MNREGA, which provides rural employment. Schemes to reduce poverty are MNREGA, which provides rural employment, PMAY, which is housing for all, PDS, which is subsidized food, NRLM, which is empowering rural women, and Ayushman Bharat, which is an healthcare insurance for the poor. Now, how do we avail these facilities or these initiatives or schemes which are given by the government? For this, we need to understand the terms and conditions of this. What are the requirements? What are the criterias? And only then we can, apply or be benefited from the schemes and initiatives. What is role of education and health? Education and health are essential. Educated people find better jobs, right? Now, healthy individuals are more productive. It improves quality of life and reduces poverty in the long term. So, everything is interrelated. Good education, good health will lead to a person finding better jobs, being more productive, being more healthy, taking initiatives, and then slowly and gradually the quality of life also starts to improve. And in the long term, you see a lot of differences. What are the sustainable goals which are related to poverty? So as I mentioned earlier, SDG goal 1, which is end poverty in all its forms everywhere, and other relevant goals are goal 3, SDG goal 3, which is good health and well-being. So as you read before, that it's not just the income but good health, sanitation, that is also important. Goal 4, which is quality education. Goal 8, which is decent work and economic growth. So every person deserves, to earn well, to have a balance, where a person is earning well, eating healthy, having basic facilities, and in a good health and peace of mind and body, isn't it? So these SDG goals are working towards all of these things. Now let's read some success stories, examples. So self help groups in Tamil Nadu empowering women. So these groups are making sure to empower women. Success stories. Let us understand some examples, real life scenarios which are, empowering people all over. So self-help groups in Tamil Nadu empowering women. Green revolution lifted many out of poverty and microfinance improving lives in rural areas. So there are uh, certain groups or certain people, certain companies who are trying to set certain goals to eradicate poverty, to empower people, to they want people to get benefited by all of the good things. And that's how these people, they are getting in revolution to change things. What are the challenges ahead? What challenges can we face while eradicating poverty? Rising population. Now this is one of the biggest challenge right now, where the population has been increasing day by day, and as the population increases, the consumption of resources also increases, leading to fewer opportunities for other people. Climate change impacts. Urban poverty and slums. Now, as you know, that in Mumbai itself, we have a huge slum area, and people are below the poverty line, staying in a very unhygienic place, isn't it? So, those many people coming out of poverty is a big task right now, isn't it? So, of course, it will take years to gather. Corruption in welfare schemes. So as we saw, there are certain schemes and initiatives, and I also mentioned that there are certain criterias, or you need to have, will be having some terms and conditions, but somewhere or the other there are some corruptions going on. The schemes are not given to people, or people do not avail the schemes because of certain things, and that's how it does not reaches the poor or the people who are in need. And then informal employment. What are the things that we really try to understand through this video? That poverty means not only not having enough money for basic needs like maybe food, shelter, education, basic sanitation, clean water. Okay, it affects the progress of people and the country. So um, if we think that when people is unemployed, it's but then now let's summarize what we try to understand in this whole video, this topic, that poverty means not having enough money for basic needs like food, shelter, education, as simple as clean drinking water and sanitation. It affects the progress of people and the country, isn't it? When people are unemployed, they are not in good condition, they are unhealthy, or they are lacking basic needs, right? So that's when it affects the people, the individual, and then eventually the country. Development means improving people's life and reducing poverty. Good education, healthcare, and jobs help reduce poverty. The government runs many schemes to support poor people and promote development. So now, if you know someone, or some group of people who you think are below the poverty line, you can try and use your research skills to learn about different schemes that support these people, and you can promote development from your end as an action. You can take an action on this, on your learning. And maybe you can have uh, a group discussion, a group activity, where you can understand that what you as a student can do to help reduce poverty in your own community. Might be not in your nearest community, but maybe somewhere around, a area, a community which is poor, and they might, need help. They might be in desperate help. And poster making, say no to poverty. So you can make different posters to spread awareness how SDG goals are related and how they are working towards it. So you can just spread awareness about that as well and try to help in every way possible. So I hope you have understood what poverty means and how a country, a government is helping towards it, what are the challenges that are being faced, and how we can slowly and gradually overcome with the help of SDG goals. Thank you.